My first video on this after 3 hours was don't waste your money on this. I've seen other people complain exactly about what I've complained about. It does not tell you how to play the game. It's very obtuse when it comes to its rules. This is now easily in my running for top 5 games the goddamn year. Is this the best game to let you live out your Star Wars fantasy that you've been having since you were a kid? You goddamn right. I hate to be one of those guys saying, give it time. Leave me the fuck alone with your fucking stealth.
No offense, David Jaffe, but that's bullshit.
Well, you can go fuck off because you're wrong. Well, I'm not surprised by this. I'm disappointed in this. So Jojo D over on our Discord today said that he picked up Star Wars and, you know, he's played an hour. He doesn't really get it. You guys know me. I am not a defender of give it time, it gets good. They should be ashamed of themselves. That has been the biggest criticism of this game. I've seen other people complain exactly about what I've complained about, which is the forced stealth the first couple of hours. It does not tell you how to play the game. It's very obtuse when it comes to its rules. And I get why a lot of people would kind of shit on it. My first video on this after 3 hours was don't waste your money on this. This is now easily in my running for top 5 games the goddamn year. But it takes time, not even that it takes time to get good. It takes time for you to accidentally stumble upon how to play the game because they sure as shit don't tell you. You will eventually get it, but without that knowledge, the first handful of hours are terrible. I want to show you something here. This game may basically be for kids of the 80s and 70s what Harry Potter was, Hogwarts Legacy, for kids who came up with that. Because whether or not, is this the best game ever? No. But is this the best game to let you live out your Star Wars fantasy that you've been having since you were a kid? You goddamn fucking right. Let me fucking show you this little clip. This is what I was playing this morning. Like, I am a kid in the 70s, 1977, at Green Springs Theater with my brother and my mom, watching Star Wars, watching the scene where Han Solo, Luke, and Princess Leia are having that hallway shootout where he says, oh, the trash compactor, what a wonderful smell you've discovered. That whole thing, that is burned in my brain. I got to play that this morning. Look at this. I mean, right? This is the game that lets you have that experience. I don't care, PG, that you don't think it looks good. What I'm saying is, I didn't want to go play a Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy, but a lot of people did, and for them, it gave them the fantasy. That's all I'm fucking saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. I don't care, Brad, if you don't like it. It's a great game. If you don't like Star Wars, though, I get it. I need something. The people who are saying too bad there's no Jedi, I do not miss the Jedi in this game at all. I do not give a fuck about, I mean, I like the Jedi. They're cool. But somebody's asking, like, how does this stand up against the Jedi Survivor games and all that? I think I actually like this better. Actually, even though I think their game is a better game, both their games in terms of execution and individual systems, they are absolutely no doubt better than this game. But this game is greater than the sum of its parts, and the very nature of the freedom you get if you love Star Wars to jump on your speeder bike and race across Tatooine and then hop into your spaceship and fly through an asteroid field like in Empire. It's insane. It's delightful. It's fucking delightful. 1 minute says, I stumbled upon the Empire getting into a gunfight. You see a ship fly down and the stormtroopers jumping out. Yeah.
Give me a break.
They literally, there will be voice coming in saying, oh, we're being attacked by pirates or whatever, and you go over to check it out, and suddenly, yeah, you've got one of those troop transport ships that you see in, like, Jedi coming down, and it opens up the back, and stormtroopers run out. It's like, shit, this is awesome. Okay, but I wanted to share that, and I wanted to let you know, Jojo D, because I know you are of my generation, that basically, I hate to be one of those guys saying, give it time, but just give it a teeny tiny little bit of time. Toxmod says, Jaffe, in this game, do you find quests and things organically? There is a main through line that you can follow, and then you can talk to lots of characters that will give you lots of quests, but you don't have to do any of them. But if you do them, you'll build your character up with items that you can find that you can like get, different armor, different weapons, things like that. Bulbo says, Jaffe, Star Wars has too much stealth. That's why it's going down in sales. But it actually doesn't. That's why I abandoned it at first, because that's what it seemed like. It was like, leave me the fuck alone with your fucking stealth. But if they would have told me, oh, you can send Nix out to steal the little comm radios from anybody who's an officer, and there'll be less people that call the guards, so it's easier to just blast your way through everything. Or you can send Nix out to sabotage from across the level the little levers that will cause the alarm to go off. There's all of that shit in the game that without knowing it, yes, your default is to play stealth, and that absolutely 100% sucks. And it's a real fucking disaster for them. I don't, somebody in the chat earlier said, Jaffe, why did your games start off without that? Probably because I have ADD, and most of my creative life is influenced by Raiders of the Lost Ark, which started off like that, which was influenced by James Bond, which started off like that. I think not everything has to start off like with an explosion, but it's got to start off with something fucking engaging. You goddamn right. That's exactly what I think.
No offense, David Jaffe, but that's bullshit.
Well, you can go fuck off because you're wrong.